A young man walked into a saint's room, ready to argue. He left unable to speak. Not because he lost the argument, because something in him had already surrendered before the words began. This is the story of Swami Vivekananda finding his master, Ramakrishna. But really, it is the story of what happens when a restless, doubting mind finally meets something it cannot explain away. Across traditions, the great teachers have said the same quiet thing. The seeker and the teaching find each other only when the seeker is ready. Not ready in the way of preparation. Ready in the way of exhaustion. When the questions have burned long enough that the mind grows still enough to receive. Vivekananda was not a soft believer. He was sharp, educated, trained in Western rationalism. He had tested every idea against his intellect and found most of them wanting. When he first came to Ramakrishna, he came with arguments in his hands, the way a soldier carries weapons into a room. And then Ramakrishna touched him, not a dramatic gesture, a simple touch, and something cracked open in the young man that no argument had ever reached. He wept. He could not explain why. The intellect, that faithful guard dog, simply sat down. This is the tradition's oldest teaching. The mind can carry you to the door. Only grace or surrender or something beyond naming carries you through. There are three things this moment reveals. First, doubt is not the enemy of faith. It is often the path to it. Vivekananda's skepticism was not an obstacle. It was the very fire that made him ready. A mind that has never questioned has also never truly arrived. Second, the teacher does not give you the truth. The teacher removes what is covering it. The light was always yours. You've carried it longer than you know. Third, transformation rarely announces itself. It arrives in an ordinary room, on an ordinary afternoon, through a touch, a word, a silence. You don't plan for it. You simply stop running from it. The practice is this. Once today, when your mind is loudest, do not try to silence it. Simply ask, what is beneath this noise? Sit with that question for one breath, then another. You are not looking for an answer. You are learning to listen in a different direction. If this brought you a moment of stillness, subscribe and walk this path with us. The skeptic grabbed Ramakrishna's hand to steady himself. He never let go, because what he found there was not a saint. It was the part of himself he had been arguing against his whole life.